I want to talk to you about two men, two white men, two white Christian men in positions of power. One from 2 centuries ago and the other from our present day, right? One is history. And I know how people like to pretend that history does not exist or the actuality of history are lies. And then when you prove to them that it's true, when you give them the facts and they, put it in front of them, then they say it's been centuries ago, so move over, get over it. And so I want to talk about the past and then talk about the future, or subsequently, So one of these men that I'm going to be talking about, so our first Christian white man, the one from 2 centuries ago, is Leopold II. I know how people refer anything evil to Hitler. Literally, whatever is happening, you want to say, oh, you're referring to that person as evil, you're calling that person a murderer. They just bring up Hitler. And Hitler was something that happened in Germany during the World War. It was a world war. I keep saying this every chance I get. It was a world war. People are dying all over. And people take that, they act like that is the highest single evil thing anyone has ever done. And yet, something that took so much longer, that stayed for so much longer, and that took so many lives, with so much more horrific, I don't want to say tragedies because this could have been helped, happened right here in the continent of Africa. And I don't know about it. I didn't know anything about it. But I know so much about the Titanic and Jewish Holocaust and Hitler and Nazis. Leopold II. I'm going to take this step by step because if I end up talking about like my opinions and my feelings, this is going to be a very, very long video. So I'm going to talk facts and take it step by step from the beginning. Leopold the second's first entrance, not physically, he did all this, sending people like Trump is doing now, sending people into Venezuela without actually being there physically himself, but they are there in his name. Like, these are Trump's people, this is Trump, but not like him personally, physically there. His first mission into the place that is now known as the Democratic Republic of the Congo was the same way Trump is entering now into all these different places as, oh, we are coming to help you. They made up a program to help the people, which from the beginning was a lie, was their way to get in. And this land that they were trying to invade and colonize were blessed with ivory, and there is something else. I'm talking about ivory now, but there's another product, another national resources that they have. Anyway, that's how he started with, is looking out for these people. And Leopold II was king of Belgium, like Trump is now president of the USA. So he went on looking for a fruitful place, for a fertile place, for a way he can exploit the resources to develop his country. And he sent out this man. I will try to, okay, I will be putting up screenshots of these researches so you can see the name from there and every other detail. Anyway, like Trump just did with the president of Venezuela, except maybe the president of Venezuela probably is a bad person to his people, but the first prime minister of the Democratic Republic of Congolese, was someone that was trying to free his people from slavery. And they murdered him and melted him and took his teeth as souvenir or trophy into their country, which is, by the way, what Leopold II does, because he colonized the people, he colonized their land, he took the people as slaves, and he used them to work the land, the field, these natural resources that they have. He used them as slaves. They were actually literally in chains in their country, in their homeland, in their own land, and they were working their own resources as slaves, and they were being supervised and policed by Leopold II's military, like Trump is doing in Venezuela right now. He sends his team to Venezuela to fix the oil, to take over the oil, is what Trump is saying. Leopold II sent his military and a team of 2 people or 1 person to take over, to supervise what was happening in the country, to take over the leadership of that country. And they ruled that country with the military of people from Belgium. And we are yet to see how Trump is going to use the Venezuelan people to work the mines. They say they have mines, they have aluminiums and stuff that they're going to be extracting from the ground. So we are yet to see how he uses the people of Venezuela to do the free labor and forced labor of that one. But we can look at history. Leopold II used the Congolese people to work their land, and he gave them quotas that they have to meet daily. And you're going to see a picture of people's hand chopped off because they did not meet their daily quotas. Children, men, women. He chopped off the hands of the people in their own land because they did not meet daily quota, picking their own land resources to be extracted and exported into Belgium, to build up Belgium. They are not only growing poor into poverty, losing the resources that they have, they're not only slaves in their own land, People are losing their hands. People are being murdered. People were dying of hunger. They cannot say the exact number of millions of people that died under the dictatorship, the monstrous, evil, unspeakable, undescribable dictatorship, for lack of a word that is actually strong enough to describe what that man did right here in Africa, in just one country in Africa. And Africans, we don't even know that. We don't even know about that happening. And these people, the, okay, just type, the only thing you have to type is Leopold II, and you read all these things under his biography on Wikipedia. And these people's lives don't even matter enough for them to know the exact number of people that died under his, I would hate myself if I use the word leadership, under his occupancy, invasion, colonization of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. They are saying 10 million people. Sometimes they say 13 million people. What is sure though is that is so much more millions of people dead, killed, died of diseases and hunger, more than the Jewish people that died in the Holocaust. And this is not a competition of who suffered more, but is people place Hitler as the most evil man on earth, and they don't have any idea about anyone or anything that Leopold II did, about how Belgium was built. And he was a Christian. He probably did all that in the name of God, just like Trump is doing right now. When Leopold II took over the Republic of the Congo, he did so by his singular power as King of Belgium. He did so, he did not take over, he did not colonize it as a nation. He did not, it wasn't Belgium colonizing these people and their land and their resources. It was him as a singular person, personally taking this land that was later known as the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which, by the way, I'm guessing he was the one that gave it that name. I don't want to guess. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not going to be stating it as a fact right now. Anyway, present day, another white Christian man, Donald Trump, is single-handedly, as president of the United States, taking over Venezuela. And this is not America as a nation colonizing Venezuela. This is Trump on his person, as a person, personally taking over Venezuela. Just history repeating itself.